What's happening, people? It's me again, Courtney, doing my MMA predictions. This time it's for UFC 132. Apologies, I know the video is late, but this card is stacked. I had to get it done. Apologies for not getting the UFC live on Versus one up either. I've just been very busy, that's all. But anyway, this will take place tomorrow, Saturday the 2nd of July, at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. It's Cruz versus Faber 2. I'll start at the bottom of the main card. Dennis Seaver versus Matt Wyman. Dennis Seaver's 5'7". He's got 18-7 record. Dennis Seaver's got some excellent kickboxing, some wicked kicks. Just ask Paul Kelly about that. He's on a 3-fight win streak at the moment. His last fight was a win against George Sotoropoulos in Australia. That's a good win for him. His last 5 fights are 4 wins and 1 loss. And he's fighting Matt Wyman, who's got 13-5 record. He's 5'10", predominantly a wrestler, I think. He's got decent jiu-jitsu as well. He also is on a 3-fight win streak. His last 5 fights are 3 wins and 2 losses. I think this is going to be possibly a striker versus grappler match, classic match. So Matt Wyman probably looking for the takedown. They see him trying to stand up and probably stand and bang. However, I think Matt Wyman will get him down, but I think Dennis Seaver will pop up and possibly take the decision win. Not sure. Yeah, decision I'll go for. Next fight on the card is Carlos Condit versus Dong Hyun Kim. Carlos Condit, 26-5 record, 6'2". Carlos Condit is a very well-rounded fighter. I like him as a fighter. I think he's really good. He's a fight finisher as well. He likes TKO, KO subs. He likes to finish fights. In his last fight, he beat Dan Hardy via KO. Very disappointed about that for Dan. In his last 5 fights, he's had 4 wins and 1 loss. Dong Hyun Kim is 6'1". He's got a 14-0-1 no contest record, so he's never actually been beaten. The guy's very strong. He's got decent. He's got very good grappling, controlling people on the floor, holding them down. He's a judo black belt. Most of his wins are via decision. Probably to do with his style of how he fights. He's controlling, just holds you down. His last fight was a win against Nate Diaz via decision. In his last 5 fights, he's had 4 wins and no losses. But he's had a 1 no contest against Cara Parisian. Well, he did lose at first, and the Athletic Commission overturned the decision, turned it into a no decision or no contest. But anyway, Carlos Condit, for me, you know, before his fight with Dan Hardy, he was a bit of a slow starter. That's my personal opinion. So it would take someone to punch him for him to react and, you know, go all out. It happened in the Jay Ellenberger fight. Ellenberger knocked him out. William McDonald hit him a few times and he woke him up and he thought, oh, what the hell, he's going to start getting into the fight, you know. But if he gets off first, like he did in the Dan Hardy fight, you know, he can finish fights earlier. And I think he will do that against Kim. I think he'll come out and look to, you know, engage straight away and try and knock him out, basically. I think he will try and do that. Kim will probably, you know, work for the takedown, clinch him against the cage, try and take his back. You know, try and work around him and try and slow him down, slow his pace down. But I'm picking Condit to win that fight. Next on the card is Jacob Ortiz versus Ryan Bader. Jacob's got a 15-8-1 record. He's 6'3". Got a decent chin, decent ground and pound. Hasn't fought in a while. He's only had like fights once a year, every year from 2007. He's got decent kickboxing when he's on the pads, but not in the ring. It's like he's afraid to let go of his hands. His last fight was a loss against Matt Hamill via decision. In his last 5 fights, he's had four losses and 1 draw. But he's fighting Ryan Bader, who's got a 12-1 record. He's 6'2". Ryan Bader's got wicked wrestling, very good takedowns, got very heavy hands as well. I'm not sure if his cardio is up to scratch because, you know, in the Keith Jardine fight, he actually looked like he was going to gas before he actually knocked him out. He's done that in a number of fights as well. His last fight was a loss against John Superfly Jones. His last 5 fights are 4 wins and 1 loss. In this fight, you know, I want Jacob to win. You're thinking, who's Jacob? That's Tito. His name's Jacob. I like to call him Jacob. I always make fun of Tito, but I like Tito. I'd like to see him win. My heart really wants him to win because I like his big head. You know, that big head and that smack talking. You know, he can talk smack with the best of them. You know what I mean? He should be a pro wrestler. But yeah, his big head. You know, he could use an iPad as an iPhone. You know, you could hold the pad. Demonstration. Say this is the iPad. Tito said if it was a bit bigger, if my head was a bit bigger. That's Tito on the iPad as an iPhone. You know, I make fun of him all the time. I always, you know, but I like Tito. I like him. You know, he's an entertainer. He brings, you know, makes you either love him or you hate him. You know, I don't love him though. I'm in the middle. I like him. But anyway, you know, Ortiz, I like him. I'd like him to win as well. I don't want to see him go out of the UFC because I think if he does go out of the UFC, I don't know where else he's going to fight. But, you know, if I'm a betting man, I'll put my money on Ryan Bader to win, possibly via. He might actually finish Ortiz, but Ortiz is hard to finish. The last person to do so was Chuck Liddell. That was ages ago. But you never know. Ryan Bader might do it, but I'm picking Ryan Bader to win that fight. Next fight on the card is Wanderlei Silva versus Chris Lieben. Wanderlei Silva, if you do not know about this guy, if you've only seen his fights in the UFC, you are missing out. Type in Wanderlei Silva on YouTube or any of the other sites, Vimeo, Dailymotion. Go to those sites and just look at the pride footage of Wanderlei Silva. And you'll know why people love the guy so much, because he comes to fight. He puts it all out on the line. He doesn't leave anything. He just comes to fight. He's a legend. If I want to show somebody some violent MMA, I put on a Wanderlei Silva fight, because this guy is violence. He has you know, when you watch him fight, it's like a symphony of violence or orchestral violence. You know, it's like a ballet of violence. I love it. Wanderlei, in his last fight, displayed he had as a jab. He jabbed Michael Bisping a few times, and I thought, wow, Wanderlei's learned to jab. He's one of my favourite fighters. I always, you know, with your favourite fighters, you're a bit more critical of them than others, than other fighters. But you know, he's got a jab now. People probably saying he always had a jab. He always jabbed. Obviously, he's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's got submissions. I think he, you know, in the Bisping fight, I think he actually put Michael Bisping out. Because I'm pretty sure, I may be wrong, but when Bisping was walking back to his corner, he actually said, I was out, or something along those lines. I think it was the end of round 1 or round 2. Wanderlei had him in the guillotine. So have a watch of that. I'm going to watch it back as well. Wanderlei Silva's last fight was a win against Bisping. That was ages ago. In his last 5 fights, he's had 2 wins and 3 losses. He's fighting Chris Lieben, what do you call him? The Crippler. Rubbish name. But anyway, I never used to like Chris Lieben, who has a 25-7 record. I never liked him much, but you know, he's much improved. His boxing's getting better. He's got submissions, as Yoshihiro Akiyama found out. I didn't see that coming. He done that thing where he had 2 fights in 2 weeks or something, in the space of 2 weeks of each other. Very good. Got a good chin. But you know, his submission defense, not too sure about that. His last fight was a loss against the Brian Stann. I didn't think he would lose against Brian Stann, to be honest. Even though, you know, but I'm liking Chris Lieben more because he's showing improvement. You know what I mean? Look at me like I'm a bloody coach or something like that. Like I'm an agent. I'm just a fan. But yeah, he lost to Stann. I didn't think he was going to lose that fight. But in his last 5 fights, he's had 3 wins and 2 losses. But, you know, come on now. Wanderlei Silva is one of my favourite fighters. I can't bet against him. Even with my head and my heart, I can't bet against him. It's not in my religion to bet against Wanderlei Silva or BJ Penn. But so I'm picking Wanderlei to win he might even win via TKO. But he's going to have to hit Lieben hard, really hard, because that head is full of like marshmallow. So we'll take a punch all day. But anyway, Wanderlei Silva to win that fight. So then we go on to the main event, which is Dominic Cruz versus Uriah Faber. This is for the UFC Bantamweight Championship. Dominic Cruz is 5'8". He's got a 17-1 record. Dominic Cruz is like, you know, he's got very good footwork, very fast. He's hard to catch. You know, his condition is really good because he can go 5 rounds at the same pace. His last fight was a win by decision against Scott Jorgensen. His last 5 fights, he's had 5 wins. Uriah Faber, former WEC featherweight champion. He's got a 25-4 record. He's 5'7", I think. Uriah Faber was very well rounded. Most of his wins are via submission. He's got a nasty guillotine, very nasty guillotine. You know, he's the only person to beat Dominic Cruz before, and that was, incidentally, was via guillotine. His last fight was against Eddie Wineland, the first WEC, I think it was the WEC bantamweight champ. I thought Uriah Faber would just walk over Eddie Wineland, but Wineland shocked me a bit, you know. Put up a really good fight against Faber. Some people, I've heard people say that Uriah Faber's a bit cocky in the ring, not like in your face, or what you say, come on, you know, not like that, but in the way that he fights. He was definitely against Mike Brown, and that's why he got knocked out the first time. But I think he's calmed down, you know, I think he's pulled it back and he's concentrating on the fighting more than anything now, instead of, you know, thinking he was all that. Because I know, you know, the WEC, for me personally, was just like the Uriah Faber show. You know, I think it was just promoted on him, Uriah Faber. You know, it pissed me off a bit, because there was other good fighters in the whole organisation. I mean, Jose Aldo, for instance, you know, come on. But anyway, forget all about that. This fight, anyway, it was a hard one to call, you know. It wouldn't surprise me. I've not looked at the betting odds or whatever, but it wouldn't surprise me if Faber's the favourite. It wouldn't surprise me at all. But, you know, you have to catch Dominic Cruz first. Dominic Cruz is like one of those flipping mosquitoes or flies that you can never get. So it'll be like, you know, and he's flapping his arms all over the place. Mosquito or whatever still coming after you. That's Dominic Cruz, man. He's the opposite of Clay Guida. Clay Guida does like the go Energizer Bunny for wrestling. So he'll go for the takedown, clinch you, take you down. Dominic Cruz is the opposite. He does it for the striking, so he'll just keep going, bang, 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 bang. He'll go in, bang, 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 come out. Go in, go out, circle. That's all he does. I'm not saying, you know, some people find it boring, you know, but he wins fights. He looks a bit awkward, looks a bit funny as well when you watch it, to be honest. It looks hilarious. But yeah, you have to catch him first. Faber may be the person to do this. He said he will be. He's done it before. But, you know, I want to go with Dominic Cruz via hit and run decision. So basically, I think he's going to hit and run his way to the championship again. But hey, so Dominic Cruz to win that fight. But yeah, as I said, the card stats. My good friend, I don't know if he's a good friend, I don't know if I could call you that. Not really. RJ Winner's fighting Anthony, I don't know how to pronounce the name properly, Jokunia, or whatever, Jokuni, or whatever his name is. But anyway, RJ Winner's going to win that fight, probably by TKO or knockout. You've got Melvin Guillard versus Shane Roller, Sotoopoulos versus Rafael Dos Anjos, Brian Bowles versus Takeya Mizusaki, sorry. So it's a stacked card, and those fights will be on Facebook or something like that. So you just watch the whole thing, basically. You can watch those fights for free. Those 4 fights alone. Who else is fighting? It's Brad Tavares versus, I think it's Aaron Simpson. Shit, forgot about that. Ooh, language. Yeah, so all those fights will be on Facebook. But anyway, follow me on Twitter with the same username, chokewho. Check out my YouTube channel. Keep looking back for the videos. Check out the Mirror TKO blog, where others I put their opinions on there as well. Check out. I train at Leicester MMA, leicestermma.co.uk. Go and check them out. Anything grappling related, lapelchoke.com. Go to that site. A very, very, very good site. But anyway, thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave your comments below. Peace.